everybody. I am Sister Marg Friel, or Margaret, but everybody calls me Marg. And I wish every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a very blessed New Year. And one of the stories that I want to share with you is when I was about 4 years old, and all of our cousins on Christmas Day in the afternoon, we would all get together at my grandparents' home. And we'd eat dinner, and we didn't catch on right away why Grandpa got up before dessert, and he said he just had to go upstairs, and we soon found out because we could hear the jingle of bells and everything and the ho, 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 and he would come down, and while we were still small and believed in Santa Claus, he would say, "I am one of his helpers." And as we got older, we would say, "Well, when did you come in from the North Pole?" And he would wink his eye and he would say, "Well, when all of you were asleep, and I would call your parents and let them know that I was here." And so we just accepted that. And he would come down and he'd have a big sack, and we would hear bells and everything in there, and he had a little gift. And when we were smaller, it was like a young child's coloring book with the crayons. And some of us, when we get together now, most of us still kept one of those crayons or part of that coloring book. And then when we got older, he still kept doing it. And we knew that you do believe in Santa Claus because he brings the spirit of joy, but he was not Santa Claus. But he brought so much love and caring to all of us that when a number of my sisters got married, they would still carry on that tradition that we had so long ago. And it just brought all of us together.
I think maybe as many families, I don't know, but we had many traditions. And, one of the traditions was all helping to make Christmas cookies while we played Christmas music on a Saturday. We had a very strong ritual of decorating the tree. My dad had received the train that he had as a young boy. And it was wide tracks, this wide. The train was so heavy. And it only went around in a circle, but it was nailed down to a board. We had to get it out of the attic. It took 2 people or so to do it. And once it was up, we were not allowed to run it until everyone was up because it shook the house. And it was noisy. Anyway, my dad would put all the lights on the tree. And then we would come and we would put the ornaments on. And my mom had some really old ornaments. They were like glass painted, and then there were some that looked like they were metal, which we really didn't like, but knew that my mom liked them, so those went on the tree. And then, what we called tinsel, it was just the individual strands, and my mom always wanted them on, one by one. And invariably, somebody would get tired after a while and they'd start throwing them on. And then somebody yelled, "Mom, so-and-so's throwing tinsel on the tree." And that became part of the ritual, that would happen.
Hello, my name is Sister Regine Ulrich. This is the new way that we get acquainted. Too bad I can't see you in person. I have lots to share. Today I just sort of settled down into one of my favorite pastimes. I have a number of them. Is quilling.
My favorite Christmas memories are what we used to do as a family. We didn't do extravagant things, we didn't take big trips, but we did fun things together. And one thing that we first did was we put on a Christmas tablecloth. Now my mother my mom and dad had this very large dining room table, and there wasn't a tablecloth to be found. So my mom made one, and she
got a big sheet. She bought I think it was a double sheet, and she embroidered in most beautiful embroidery. I don't know if she had a machine attachment or what, but it said Merry Christmas in the middle. But every year we would have a lot of guests, and each guest plus our family would sign the tablecloth. And my mother, and we would put the year that we were signing it. And then every year after that, when we would come, we would add the new date. And people would come just special to see their name on the tablecloth and add the new date. And my mom would embroider it then during the year. And she did it red and green, traditional colors. So it got to be full and beautiful. And then we put the plastic tablecloth cloth over it so that we used it during Christmas holidays.